All right, next item is construction manager.
I think the board has already given us direction, so Dr. Keenan, myself, with Mr. Walsh, Joel, and Carrie will interview construction managers. We'll do, the RFQs are due September 11th. We'll set that up so that we have a recommendation to proceed with either a construction manager or a general contractor. If we do decide to go with a construction manager, we'll have a recommendation for the board at October meeting. And we'll also lay out whether we're looking at a CM as a contractor, CM as an advisor, or CM at risk.
Okay.
You know, I want to ask, Gary, why didn't you want to vote for that? Because there was no discussion. I'm just curious.
On the,
On the MOU. Because it was to start with the preliminary drawings. Were you concerned that we would make radical changes and that we would be having to
no,
do
it's
work?
nothing to do with the drawing side of it. It's to do with the fact that the way the architectural fee is structured right now, and it's trying to voice my opinion that I don't like an open-ended 9%. So if we wind up having a bad cement person in here and our cost double, that architect gets 9% of that double cost with no cap.
Should you have brought that up, and we've had a couple attorneys on the, should we have said we wanted a cap or something? Should we have?
So that's the reason why I said no, and
But
that's
you gotta
going to be a
share
discussion.
with
There'll be a
us.
discussion about,
And
this one right now is related to $138,000.
So
Right,
Laura,
and I would hope there's a limit on that, at 138. That's what, there's not. But it's related to drawings. And I hope we're gonna be disciplined enough that we're not gonna blow the drawing fee. And that's why I raised the fact that we basically are now under a timetable to make a decision on the parking.
Right.
okay,
Right.
so we've talked about it and voted on it.
Yeah.
Well,
And really, a board member
So
doesn't
she
need
asked
to
the
explain,
question,
you
I'm
know.
just answering. There's my answer.
well, but Gary, you always have good insight, and Tim and Jeff. So if you think there's a reason why we should discuss it more, I think it's important that you say that.
Well,
Okay.
for this one, it's
It's okay.
drawings.
Okay.
I think you
The
bring up-
next go around,
You'll be more vocal?
well, I would hope that we're gonna have something in place by that point.
Okay, let's move on to new business.
Can I add something?
Well, I'd like how we're rehashing. things
No,
we
that's
already
okay.
have,
Well,
you
this
know.
is-
No, I understand Gary's concern. You know, sometimes we've got a little risk here, but I think I'm putting a lot of faith in Kevin and what he's doing behind the scenes, and we're gonna get this fixed.
Okay, all right,
I
we're gonna,
think Gary brings up a good point,
Yeah,
though,
bring up
about a
another
cap. In regards to a cap, as the board continues to change their mind, that could drive up to 138.
Well, and I also think
Well,
that,
I mean, it's similar to a bad cement guy if we continue to make changes and
No,
changes and
can't.
changes.
but the other thing to remember too, I think, is that, you know, this is the drawings, and that's why you're willing to take a little risk. But also, if we decide to go with a construction manager, it's going to be all kinds of new contractual relationships.
Correct. As stated.